So at this stage we're on to the final step. So we've got our letters colored in. We have so we need to add in some background color. We need to add in some custom brushes and the like. So if you look at my, I'm no longer really working with paths too much. I can, but I don't have to. So I'm on my layers. So I have a layer on top called letter brushes. These will be all my brushes that go onto my letters. I have my 4 letters for my demo, D-E-M-O. And I have a layer called back brushes where my brushes will go over my background, and then I have a background. So for the background I'm going to use a gradient. So I go to my blend tool right here. Okay. Now my blend tool is still on the black and white default color, so I'm going to change these up. I'm going to put in a couple custom colors. Now remember, for your project you want to unify your project by having visually repeating colors. For me, I'm going to put some other colors in for clarity. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a dark blue color, and for my secondary color I'm going to hit this little white double arrow to reverse these so I can click on the back color, and I'm going to do a light blue-green. That will work. So now I have both these colors. Now, down in my gradients tool options, you can see over here it's got the original color going into nothing. I'm going to click on this, and one of these options is actually my light blue-green to my dark blue. I'm going to choose this. Now I could go past linear. I've got linear, bilinear, radial, square, conical, a whole bunch of different stuff here, spiral. I'm just going to keep with linear to keep my life easier. Okay, this color on the left, the light blue, that's where my drag starts. The dark blue is where it ends. I am going to click on my background layer over on the right side over here, and I'm going to start at the top, click down, hold your command button, and we'll do it in a straight line, and there fills in my background gradient. Okay, now I'm going to put some brushes over this, so I'm going to go to my back brushes layer. I'm going to go to my paint brushes, and I am going to choose, let's see here, what will I choose? I think I'm going to choose a chain link. Now, this chain link, it's hard to see, you won't be able to see it here, but there's a small red dot in the lower right. This means that this is animated, which will show you what this can do. Different animated brushes do different things. I just changed the size of my brush to what I want, and it is still on my light blue. That's fine. Okay, so this animated brush, what happens is the chain actually goes the direction that I'm dragging. It's not perfect, but that's what it does. Okay, and I'm going to switch up my colors to my dark blue. I'm going to do the same thing. Whoops, grab the corner, sorry. Let me try that again. Paintbrush, there we go. Dun, 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 dun. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to put some brushes on my background, just to show you what you can do with it. Now, I also need to have some brushes on my letters, but I only want them to fall within the letters. So I can do this with a couple different things. First, I'm going to click on my D layer. Okay, I've got that. Now, if I want to fill in just the color on the D and leave the outline solid, I can do that by taking the fuzzy select tool. This selects pixels of a similar color. I'm going to go down to my threshold. I'm going to turn it up. It defaults to 15. I'm going to try it around 60, just so that it gets more stuff to make sure to get all the edges. And I click inside my D. You can see that my D is now selected. I'm going to choose a paintbrush. I'm going to choose a different brush here, and I'll just get something with a pattern. Just anything will do. I don't really care what for this demo. Okay, get the size to where I want. I'm going to change the color to white. So I click in my colors area, go to white, hit OK, and now when I click with this, it fills only my D, and it does not get any of my borders. I'm going to deselect. Command-Shift-A is the shortcut, and there you can see I'm only in my D. So I'm going to go through this same thing. I'm going to go to my E, go to my fuzzy select tool. It's still set where I had before. I'm going to click inside my E. I'm going to go to my brushes, which are still white. I'm going to use the same brush, click only inside the E. Deselect, Command-Shift-A. Now for the O, I'm going to do something a little bit different. If you don't care if it's covering your borders, I can also go to my Paths tool. I can double-click the O path, still in the same spot. I can choose Selection from Path like we did before. Okay, make sure in my layers I'm on my O layer. Go to my paintbrush. Now, this will slightly overlap my border, my outline of my O. I'll deselect, Command-Shift-A. You can see that it slightly overlapped it, but if you don't care, or if you want to be that way, that's fine. I'll do the same thing with the M again. Go to my, get on my M layer there, go to my M path, double click it, choose selection from path. Okay, I'm on my M layer. I go to my brush and click inside my M. And that's how you do your custom brushes. Okay? Custom brushes on the background, custom brushes on your letters. Both are required.